are watching Simon Says on Mtgo Academy featuring Simon Götzen.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Simon Götzen recording Simon Says for mtgoacademy.com, and in today's intro I am going to answer a question which I've been asked multiple times. So it's kind of a viewer request thing, and that's about playing Magic Online sustainably. Some people call it going infinite, where you just don't have to pay or don't have to buy any more packs or tickets. And this isn't like my usual topic. It's not really strategic in a Magic related way. It is a bit game theoretical if you want, because you have to evaluate where you are in this meta game of Magic Online players and how you get the best experience for your money. On the other hand, sustainability is not really only about monetary value. It's also about how much fun and time spent playing do you get out of your investment. And for some people the investment is a financial thing. For some people it's the time that you actually spend, or let's say that the time that you spend is more important than the money that you spend, and so on. Now, as I said, this isn't like my my number one topic or anything, and also I would say that it's very much personal how you play Magic Online. That's really nothing that I can tell you. You have to find out for yourself. I just know that what works for me, and I also know that what I do is not the best example of sustainability, and the first reason is this button here. The draft queue, the draft queues, the draft room is my favorite room to be in. It's what I love to do, what I will do whenever I have the chance. But it's also probably from an expected value perspective, it's probably the worst room to be in, simply because you have to open 3 packs to actually play in the tournament, and that is quite costly. You will just not open cards that have the same value as the packs that you put into the draft. These drafts are effectively sponsored a bit. You get 12 packs for an investment of 2 packs. So maybe I can click on this. If everybody pays the 3 packs and 2 tickets, that's only 16 tickets that are being entered into the tournament, and the payout is actually 12 packs, which in Magic Online, in a Magic Online calculation, means 48 tickets. I'm gonna talk about the real value of these packs, the market value, later, but just on Magic Online, the rule of thumb is that there is 4 there was a daily event that just finished, that there is 4 tickets for a pack, and that means you get a heavy discount on packs in draft, but you have to also enter with these packs, which makes it a lot more expensive than paying 6 ticks for a constructed tournament, for example. Alright, so now that I've said that, there's a lot of things that you have to consider when drafting, and because drafting is my favorite thing in the world, I will talk about that first. First of all, there's 8-4 drafts and there's Swiss drafts, and both of them pay out 12 packs. Then there's 4-3-2-2 drafts, which only pay out 11 packs. So I effectively never play these drafts. They are also single elimination. They just pay out a pack less than 8-4 drafts. If you have a low win percentage, then 8-4 drafts might not be for you because of the high payout, but even then, Swiss drafts are superior. Swiss drafts are effectively a 3-2-2-2-1-1-1-0 payout, because you get a pack for each match win, and you get to play all 3 rounds, which, if you are a weaker player, is something that you should be doing. You get all 3 rounds, you get the best learning experience, you get to play against players that might also consider themselves a bit weaker. So the Swiss draft is actually perfect for those with lower win percentages, whereas the 8-4 drafts are perfect for those with higher win percentages. And you can prove mathematically effectively that there is really nobody should really be drafting 4-3-2-2. Maybe if you don't have the time to play all 3 rounds, but you want to draft anyway, but 8-4 is is a bit too harsh for you. I could see the arguments, but still, I personally avoid 4-3-2-2 drafts, and I think you should as well. Now, going from the most recent pack drafts, you can see that there's older drafts. So you could draft M14, you could draft Return to Ravnica, for example. But then you should be very aware of what's going on in these formats. The people joining those will usually know what's going on in them. And the same holds true for the flashback draft. So the flashback draft of the week is Time Spiral Block, which you can draft in Swiss and single elimination 8-4 drafts. I don't even know what the cost is. All right, so you can either have the old packs or you pay 14 tickets. But the thing is, these drafts formats from whatever 5, 10, 15 years ago, you should also know what you're doing. You should at least know the cards or, if possible, the strategies. There's nothing wrong with just trying it for fun. Just don't expect this to be a good value decision if you do so. And last but not least, sometimes there's cube or these phantom events where you spend phantom points. You have to do the math yourself, but phantom points I think are still worth about 6 tickets per 10 points. I think this is what you pay. Yeah, so it's either 6 tickets or 10 phantom points, which is kind of the conversion rate. And don't be fooled by the fact that phantom points are just this non-ticket currency. It is still it's still a real cost. However, it might be a good way to jump into Magic Online if you don't care about cards. Collecting cards, that's what the phantom events are for. Now, on the topic of collecting cards, to me, sustainable drafting means that I will pick cards that have a certain ticket value, a certain market value. I will just not pass a Stormbreath Dragon if I open one, no matter which colors I'm in. I'm just going to take it, and I used to have like this rule that I would take any 3 or 4 ticket card. Nowadays, I'm a bit more lenient. I will probably only take a card that's 5 or 6 tickets, but you kind of have to figure that out for yourself. How much is it going to influence your win percentage, and how much value do you get from picking the rare? And then one thing that's very important is if you have, I don't know, like rares or mythic rares, more importantly, like I don't have many from Born of the Gods because I don't want to keep them, of course. Then make sure to sell them before they drop in price, and most cards do drop in price. So if you I'm not, like I said, I'm not the best example. I probably have, I have some constructed cards to play constructed, but I try not to have like too many mythics that I'm not using. So the 5th Master of Waves I should probably have sold already, or should be selling. This is just an example. So if you do rare draft, which you should, then you should also make sure to follow the market and sell these cards. I don't mean that you should be speculating or anything, just be aware that the more packs are opened, the more cards are in circulation, and on average cards will go down in price. So this already leaves us to trading. There is the marketplace you can go to trade. If you don't know what that is, you can watch tutorials and read articles all about it. I'm lazy. I don't want to spend too much time trading, so I just have the bots I frequent in my buddy list, and of course one of them being the bots of Mtgo Academy, which are great. And then I just try to don't overpay on cards, don't overpay on packs, sell them for to the bots that have low margins, so that you don't basically lose money within all these exchanges. Yeah, and then the big thing that really makes Magic Online sustainable is sadly not limited but constructed. And the best thing you can do is play daily events. I think that's a known thing. You can play sealed daily events, you can play constructed daily events, and there you can really pick your format, whatever you like. You can play standard, you can play modern. The competition is going to be quite high there, but you can also play block constructed, and even some offbeat formats like Momia Vig or Pauper. And yeah, the daily events are always good value if you have the time. If you have time for 4 rounds and a fixed starting time, this is what you should be going for. And if you have even more time, you can even play premier events, but you have to be aware that for premier events, the expected value or the price payout scales with the number of players. Or let me put that differently. I think the price payout doesn't scale with the number of players, so the expected value drops the more people play. That means small premier events are good, but large premier events aren't as good, especially considering that they cost you even more time. So daily events don't have that property, which makes them even better. One thing that I like to do as well is to play constructed queues. I don't always have the time for daily events, or I won't always be, I don't know why things aren't loading. I'm probably disconnected from the internet or something. There we go. The constructed queues are here with the payouts being 5-3-2-2. You can also play the 2-men, but those aren't really good value if the pack market value is less than 4 tickets, because you will be competing with only 1 player for a single pack. Now, if you click on, for example, this link here, it will lead you to a page that tells you exactly what you're getting into. So this would be a constructed queue that costs 6 tickets. It is 8 players playing 3 rounds, single elimination, and the price payout is this. It's 5 Born of the Gods boosters and 2 qualifier points for the winner, 3 Born of the Gods boosters and 1 qualifying point for the second place finisher, and then a third and fourth. So those that win 1 match and then lose still get 2 Born of the Gods boosters. Now this is some interesting stuff. First of all, each constructed queue pays out 3 qualifier points rather than 1, which drafts do. So for those collecting those, that's even more interesting. And then looking at this payout, it has been recently changed. These queues only give out Born of the Gods boosters, which creates an abundance of Born of the Gods boosters in the whole system, and that affects the market value, because the supply of Born of the Gods boosters rises, and sometimes you have to be quite careful. Not all packs are created equal. Before this change, the Theros packs were really low in market value, and Born of the Gods packs were in high demand, and now all these modern queues or constructed queues flood the market with Born of the Gods packs. So it all the dynamic changes, and that means that your packs might change in value quite quickly over time. Now, what are these qualifier points? I think you can actually click on them. I'm not going to do that now. Who knows where it's going to lead me? But if you collect qualifier points, well, first of all, let me show you qualifier points. I do have some, so I can show you. You have to go to the collection, all cards online, and then you go to the very bottom where it says qualifier points, and you see that didn't really play much season 2, season 3. I think this was also because I was on a secondary account for the Pro Tour testing. But then in season 4, I collected 15 points, and I'm only 1 point shy of 15 points for season 5 as well. And why is 15 so important? Well, if you collect 15, you get the promo card for the corresponding season. And in season 4, that was actually, let's see if we can find it. It was actually Lion's Eye Diamond, and Lion's Eye Diamond is one of the most sought after cards on Magic Online, period. So just by collecting 15 points, you get this sweet card, and you kind of have to know beforehand what the promo is, if it's worth it to go for the points or not. I did play a lot of modern queues with affinity to get the 15 points, so I know that it's not only the decision to go for 15 points, you also have to work for it. But if you play a lot of Magic Online, then make sure that you don't end up with, let's say, 12 or 13 points, but rather go for 15, and you get this sweet card. And there was an earlier promotion where you could get Force of Will see if I have that. Yeah, I have 2 Force of Will. So I got one of them for collecting 15 qualifier points, and then the other in some tournament that followed after that. And there will be another Force of Will, promo Force of Will given out for those that collect 15 qualifier points this season. Now this notice might be too late for you. I wasn't really planning on doing this this intro, but in the future there will be opportunities like this again, and that might be something for you. It definitely improves the value of the events you play in, and it will it will pay off if you play that much, that is. Now, I think I've touched upon most of the things. Drafting is expensive, but rare drafting mitigates that a bit. Be smart about selling your cards, and join the right queues. That's very important. Then you have constructed queues. You can collect QPs, and the payout is fine. And then you have daily events, which are very, very good. And then premier events where it depends on how many people actually are competing. Make sure to be smart when trading with humans, with bots, with the chains, and yeah, clearly you are in this marketplace, whether you want it or not. There is an economy behind this game, so just be smart about your decisions. So I think I've touched upon most of the things I wanted to talk about. Last but not least, there is a secret about sustainable Magic Online play, and it does sound a bit simple maybe, but it is true that a high win percentage helps a lot when you want to go infinite. So if you want to go infinite just by drafting, so if you want to just keep drafting, winning all the packs to re-enter the draft, you have to do a lot of winning. I don't know what the exact number is, but it's a pretty high win percentage that you need, and I think I'm probably close to it, but it always fluctuates. I will have weeks where I'm losing. I will have weeks where I'm winning, and yeah. So if you can live with that, right click on your name and check out your rating. I'm gonna do it for me now. I usually don't follow that, but this is what I'm at. I pushed my constructed rating by playing Affinity, as I said, in Modern, and my limited rating, I'm usually happy if it's between 1800 and 1875-ish. I've had higher ratings. I think my highest was 1945 or something like that. But if it drops below 1800, if it's like 1780 or even less, then I know that I'm not drafting well enough to do it sustainably. Of course, this depends on what kind of opponents you're facing as well, and I could like do a whole show about the ELO rating, how the formula and what you can deduce from it, but it's kind of fading out anyway, so I suppose it's not all that interesting. Okay, that was actually a lot to talk about. I hope that helped some of you. I suppose a lot of you already knew all of this, but yeah, then you can still enjoy the draft and the matches, so I don't feel too bad about that. I hope you like this little mix-up from the regular content, from the regular strategic content. It was definitely a nice idea to talk about the sustainability of playing Magic Online, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Watch the draft, watch the matches, let me know in the comments what you liked and what I can do better, as always. And then I'll be back in 2 weeks. Bye bye.